What if the biggest costs in a restaurant aren't where anyone is looking? Not the ingredients, not the rent, not even labor, but the invisible decisions happening every single day. Because across completely different restaurants, different countries, different sizes, different menus, you see the same strange pattern. Massive savings from small, almost invisible changes. So the real question is, where is the money actually leaking? And why do most operators miss it? Start with a giant. Inside IKEA's restaurants, something unusual was happening. Food was disappearing before it ever reached a customer. Not stolen, not miscounted, just thrown away. So they installed cameras and smart scales at the trash. Every item, every gram, logged. And suddenly, the invisible became visible. Patterns emerged. Overproduction, prep mistakes, handling errors. Not big failures, small, repeatable ones. So they did one simple thing. Every day, they focused on the top causes. Not everything, just the biggest leaks. And the result? A 37% reduction in food waste and 1.4 million pounds saved in a single year. But here's where it gets interesting. Because while IKEA was fixing waste, another restaurant was losing money through air. At Thunder Road Cafe, the kitchen ventilation system was always on, full power, all day, even when nothing was cooking. So they changed one thing. They made the system respond to reality. Sensors adjusted airflow based on actual cooking activity. When the kitchen slowed down, the system slowed down. Simple. But the impact? Annual costs dropped from $25,402 to $10,628. That's $14,774 saved, a 58% reduction. Now zoom out, because this isn't just one kitchen. At Bertucci's, the problem wasn't waste or airflow. It was time. Or more specifically, off-hours time. HVAC systems running when no one was there. Equipment drifting out of sync. Small inefficiencies multiplied across locations. So they centralized control, remote monitoring, automated alerts, weekly performance tracking. Nothing flashy. But suddenly, they could see and fix everything that used to go unnoticed. Electricity costs dropped over 12%, gas dropped over 9%, and the rollout was projected to save at least $600,000 per year. But not all leaks are invisible systems. Some are hiding in plain sight. Take fryer oil. At Lizard's Thicket, oil was handled manually, carried, replaced, guessed, which meant it was often replaced too early or too late. So they automated the entire process. Bulk tanks, controlled refills, enforced filtration routines. Same oil, same kitchen, but used correctly. The result? 18% less oil used every week, and $33,645 saved per year. Now shift again, because sometimes the problem isn't physical at all. It's informational. At Flagship Restaurant Group, the issue was data. Sales lived in one system, inventory in another, accounting somewhere else, which meant no one really knew what should have been used versus what actually was. So they connected everything. POS, inventory, accounting, invoices, one system, one flow. And suddenly, the gaps showed up. Pricing delays, counting errors, untracked waste. Fixable problems, once you could see them. COGS dropped 4 to 5% per store, and nearly $600,000 saved over 2 years. And then there's the simplest case of all. No software, no sensors, just cups. At Blue Check, they were throwing away thousands of cups every month, so they stopped. Reusable cups. Wash, return, repeat. Same drinks, same customers, different system. The result? 475 pounds saved every month, and approximately 5,000 cups avoided. Now step back. Different problems, different solutions. Waste, energy, time, materials, data. But the pattern is the same. In every case, the money wasn't saved by negotiating better prices. It was saved by making the invisible visible, then turning that visibility into action, over and over again. Because most costs in a business don't come from big decisions. They come from small ones, repeated daily, ignored completely, until someone measures them. And that's the real takeaway. The biggest cost advantage isn't doing things cheaper. It's seeing what others don't see,